Hello everybody, welcome to the Day of Nightmare cinematic trailer reveal. They posted this on Twitter and I wanted to do a bit of coverage on this, plus some new cards coming out. They gave us some information, but it's mostly on Twitter, and if you want to watch this without me or my commentary on it, I'll provide a link down in the description below and you can follow their channel. Not sure how much they upload it, I've just subscribed to them myself. But let's go ahead and jump into this. I haven't gotten to watch this yet. I don't know if there's any information coming forward, but I do know that this is meant to be the expansion or the first big content update with brand new cards. I don't know if there's a new hero, but let's just jump right into it. Figure out what it's all about. I do love this intro. It's
Teppen.
pretty good.
Obedience breeds discipline, treachery, death. Facing the end, the man
So we got Birkin as a monster, hopefully a unit card. I'm gambling on that. We already have one Birkin unit card.
Widespread contamination followed, and with it,
Liquor,
the
okay, good.
abomination,
Parasites I think
the
are from a different
city
Resident Evil.
fell into ruin. And yet, she survived.
Jill, okay. Wait,
She
that
swore
posed.
she would return alive.
I think that was the Jill
She
card.
would live to spread the truth, but escaping the city would be far from easy.
That was a Jill card for sure. And that one's a Jill card. Well, not this one. The one right before it.
Casting its
Okay, so these are the new ones.
over the righteous
I think they're
lives
from
of
Resident Evil, like Umbrella Corps or Raccoon City or
the
something.
battle has already
I haven't
begun.
played that one, so I'm not too familiar.
Umbralla's plan for burying the truth is simple.
Mr. X. I would love a Mr. X unit card. Nemesis.
No survivors.
Very Resident Evil
In the
heavy.
decaying streets in this city of death, what awaits those who would learn the truth?
I think that's a card.
Hope.
I've seen that card revealed on the Twitter, so
Unending nightmare.
there's a lot to say about this in terms of cards.
About the land of illusion.
Wesker looking sexy. Okay. Good callback to
Nightmares.
Resident Evil.
The longest day is about to begin.
I hope with Jill up front that we get Nemesis and Hunk as a hero. That was interesting. Okay, so let's talk about that. After Jill had stood up, one thing that got me is I've been playing quite a bit of Jill. But that pose she took, everything, that was her card. So something that has me thinking here is that this entire trailer is combined of just the cards being animated. Which, that's pretty freaking cool. First off, a story being told through the actual cards. Normally, like, card games are created in a way of, like, limitations. Like, you made some paper, you wrote some card stuff down. Was limitations way back in the day. Nowadays, we do cards just out of nostalgia. But in this sense, this is exceeding that limitation. Now we've got cards that are actually telling a story, even animated. It's just like a snapshot of that story, which cards did, but now you get to actually see it animated. Which was always an interesting thing that I saw with these secret cards, is that they're animated, and that's really cool. But going through this, I just kind of want to look at a couple of things.
Teppen.
So we'll probably pause it and go through it and cover everything there is that I can.
Obedience breeds discipline.
Okay, so first we have Hunk, probably an action card or a unit card. I think unit, because it's such a good picture of Hunk if it is a card.
Facing the end.
And then
Had only one
this is
option.
William Birkin with Hunk in it. It looks like an action card, but I am hoping it's a William Birkin unit card. Because we already got a William Birkin card, it's pretty
Widespread
cool.
contamination.
And then I'm excited for the liquor. Now, that thing that just spat out the little leech things, I'm not too familiar with what this is.
And with it,
If you know, let me know.
the city fell into ruin.
Um,
Yet She survived.
So I think that too was already a card that we have, but that's for sure the Jill card. Hard to pull it up.
Return alive.
I don't know if that is. That might already be a Jill card.
Spread the truth.
I took some cards out, but that one is. That one's the spread 3 damage out across any amount of units. 3 damage split. Spread shot, and then this one is another one. I think that was I don't think that's Noble Sacrifice. No, it's not Noble Sacrifice. Is it Noble Sacrifice? It's one that deals damage. I know that for sure. So this character, I think I saw someone say his name on Twitter was Vector from Raccoon City. And same with this person, might be from the same game. Don't know her name.
Its murderous shadow over the righteous light of truth.
But I don't know if these people are. She definitely is. But I have no idea if these two.
Umbrellas.
But I know these containment pods that brought down the hunters, that was like the huge thing of the game. You were like in a squad, and then, you know, containment chambers of hunters would come down and kind of swarm you. That's Mr. X. X gonna give it to you, and I'm very excited to see him join, because making a Resident Evil deck is probably something I'd really want to do. I would love to have entire decks themed on a specific game, like all Resident Evil for Wesker, no, like M. Bison, or, you know, Pickle in the deck. I would like to see Resident Evil. So that's 2 separate cards. It's got to be if they're doing the animation there. And then there again, the capsules, the hunters, and the Raccoon City squad. And is that Mr. X? But then who are the people?
In the decaying streets in this city.
I'm sure that I'm gonna have to this Halloween totally like jump on playing these Resident Evils that I missed out on, just to catch up on the references here. Those who would learn the truth. I think this is the image about learning the truth, and that's awesome that the words actually. If I'm wrong, hang on, I feel like I'm right on that. I feel like I'm dead right on that. I'm gonna open Teppen while we go on, but I think this is the image of the card that allows you to explore another card. I'm gonna go get it, but I think it has something to do with the truth. I'll come back to this.
The truth.
That is definitely a Nemesis card, and I definitely need that in my life. And then again, I said that Sherry was shared on Twitter. She definitely was. It was something that they put on there. Which I think is really cool. Don't know who the hell this one is. I'm not familiar with this tyrant. If you could fill me in the comments down below if you know the tyrant or any of these cards, let me know.
Perhaps now we will unearth some truth about
cool, Wesker, but I don't think that's a card that we have.
Day of Nightmares.
Okay, so Brought to Light is what it was called. Finding the truth. And there's even a bit of flavor text there that goes with what was said in the trailer. And that's a lot. That's got a lot. That says a lot about the story. So maybe I really should sit down and go through this and see if I can determine the story with the cards. As the kind of trailer has said. I know I'm stuttering, I'm sorry, but that's an amazing revelation. I didn't notice that.
The longest day is about to begin.
That is awesome. The importance of Ada Wong here, I have no idea. I don't know if they are trying to tell us this is going to be one of the exclusive secret cards that's fully animated, and here's the animation. Beautifully animated. For sure, I know they have a Wesker secret card coming. That was announced on Twitter. I don't know if I'll be able to show it because I don't have it on me, but I'll see if I can find it. But that was awesome. This is awesome. And I don't see a date if I finish playing it. I don't think a date's going to be here. So let's go ahead and jump into the next part. Alright, so something we got to cover are all the new cards coming in. Now they're going to reveal to us the cards in volumes, which they released volume 1. and they have the second volume scheduled for release on August 23rd. Now, this is meant to come out in September, but they still haven't provided us a date, which is unfortunate. But let's make sure we're over here. I already checked I took a little peep at the cards, so forgive me. So first, it's important to note that there are 2 new abilities. We are familiar with Explore, it's already in the game, but Spillover's new. Essentially, a damage dealt, half of it will go to adjacent tiles, which means a Spillover card is going to be best in a middle lane, so it spills over to top and bottom, and if it's on bottom, it'll only spill to top, or middle, I should say. So that's actually pretty important. Spillover's unique and interesting. I like both those ideas. Let's see how they're utilized. So first we have Bushinryu Awakening. And I looked at this card for a bit. It's got a little gold diamond. It is going to be a bit rare. It's epic. The big thing here is that it is similar to the other Jill card that allows a unit to perform Explore. The difference with this one, though, is that the obtained card costs 1 MP less. And currently, Explore does not allow your card to be, 0 costs. So, unfortunately, it won't go below 0. So you got to be careful how you play this one. But that's a better version of a base card, essentially. Leon S. Kennedy, this is the 3rd version of this card. I really hope they change the way they do duplicate cards. He has a common too, but essentially they just call them all Leon S. Kennedy. It's hard for me to explain which Leon I'm talking about. But this Leon's a 2/3, and then when he's dead, explores for a Fighting Spirit card. Fighting Spirit's this one, and that gives a friendly unit 2/2, which is insanely good for 2 MP. Normally it's only for 2 attack, but getting an additional defense at a cost of a unit, that's not bad. He's not a terrible 3. That would actually be equivalent to a zombie, and then this would be like Revenge, but you could put it on anything you want. So that's a good buff card. Great for Rathlos. Seregios? I don't remember this monster. This is definitely a Monster Hunter World monster. Flight and combo 1/6 flying flight. He's 1/6 flying combo. That's gonna be rough. That is essentially the better Guile. Guile costs 3. This one costs 1 more to add flight on. That's nuts. Flight is a pain in the butt. I can definitely see these being added to Rathlos decks, but they might not be awoken. They just might be buffed, and then they use the Wrath Awoken ability on something else. So we have Willow. That's a Resident Evil character, I believe, from one of the offshoot Resident Evil games I never got to play. Let's see. This one's a 2/7 for 6. When played, you explore for Spillover, and it has victory conditions. So when it's victorious, it gains a +1/+2. That's insanely good. So the reason is because I already know what Spillover is. For 1 MP, you can give +1/+2 and Spillover to a friendly unit. That's crazy. Mostly because this is 2 costs for a 2/2. This gives 1/2 and Spillover to a friendly unit. Effectively, this unit, if you had 7 MP, could be a 3/9 with Spillover, with victory +1/+2. That's insane, and she's not even epic rarity. God, I'm afraid of what these other volumes are going to come out with. That's a scary green card. So we have Alia from Mega Man X, and starts with a shield, 2/1 for 4. That's pretty bad, so the effect needs to make up for that. Death, explore for Chimera Ride Armor. Cost 2 MP less. That would be here, +2/+2 shield to a friendly unit. And it'll only cost 1 because of her special effects. So if you tried to use a card that forced an Explorer, it'd be +2/+2 shield for 3. Now, compared to this, with Spillover, is a little nuts, because this is +1/+2 Spillover, only costing 1. I wonder if these are finalized, but that's crazy. This nuts. We have Kushala Dora, that is a Elder Dragon from Monster Hunter World. 2/6 flying, legendary card, interesting. When on the field, reduces damage taken of 3 or less to 1. Okay, so damage is just 1 unless it's higher. After dealing damage to enemy hero, returns a random enemy unit with 5 HP or less to the deck. Excuse me? Okay, so this is going to be the green version of a Dread King Rathalos. Those are scary. So this one's interesting because this, for me, I play Revenge deck. Very easy to have 5 HP or less. Even if you have a tanky character or unit out there and it just takes a couple bits of damage, and this Kushala comes out of nowhere and hits you and returns to the field. On top of that, it's a hell of a defensive card too. Pretty nice. Good legendary card. So next we have Vector. When played, if there's a friendly purple unit other than self with an MP cost of 4, gain +1/+3. So a 2/8 for 4 MP, requiring you have another low cost unit. And then while on the field, this unit cannot be blocked. Well, he isn't particularly strong, even when he's just very tanky. But that's a lot of 2 hits. Damn. So this was another card I looked at, which was really silly. So 7 for 4/7, not that great, but it's got rush, agility, and spillover. So that's nuts. So it's gonna attack extremely fast, like double the speed of any monster. Also has spillover, also rush. So it's gonna rush out there and do some damage. Now, I don't know if spillover takes effect if there's no unit in the center, but still spills over to the other sides. So if so, you're definitely going to want to watch out for that middle lane hitting you pretty hard there. It's not unstoppable, it's just that's going to be a scary one. But it does have Resonate, inflicts seal on self, so if they try to build up any other monster cards, such as Hisenko or Ibuki with the Resonate powers that make them beasts, for sure, this will be stopped. So that's nice. It's still a pretty strong card, 4/7, without that. So next we have Ada Wong. This is an interesting looking card. When played, explore for stealth. 2/5 for 3. Not terrible. This is terrible. Makes a friendly unit unblockable. And I don't mean terrible in the sense that it's bad. Terrible in the sense that I'm going to struggle really hard to beat this card, because it's already really hard to stop a flying Hisenko when they become a demon of a 15, 13, whatever you want to call it. And then giving it stealth is going to be rough, because even if you have a flying unit and they have flying, you can't do anything to it. The only thing is you'd have to attack it, and that'll be rough. So on to the black color. This is a color that I use primarily, and so we got High Max, which this one's interesting. For 5, it's a 2/5 flying with revenge 2/2. I'm going to easily slap this into all of my decks, because a flying revenge, no problem, easy, especially at a cost of 5. It'll come back at 2. I already used Jetta. This is going to replace my Jettas. My Jettas are 3/4s, but no flight, and that's usually a huge problem. And that's fine, because I would love a 4/7 flying. Easy. Albert Wesker easily entering the deck for me as well. When played, gains +1/+1 for each time Revenge has activated. Endgame card, be wary. You probably still even bust him out midway with just a couple. I mean, to make him worthwhile, let's see, this 5 card's going to be a 4/7. So to make him 4/7, just gotta have 4 revenge cards activated. I don't even know. So if a revenge card dies, does it lose, or just has activated and it permanently keeps that number track? Because that could be some. This should be a legendary. Honestly, it should be, and that legendary Wesker needs to be replacing this one. To be honest, that sounds like it should be a legendary for how strong that'd be. Then we have Vile MK2, 2/5 for 4. That's similar to what the other Vile with Revenge is. Death, explore for corrosion. This actually could be extremely powerful, Destroys an enemy unit with an MP cost of 5 or less. Nuts. I would kill to have just this as a ability card for me to use. So that's pretty cool. I think that wraps up all the cards. Next schedule update is the 22nd, so in 2 days, I'll be back with more information. I'll keep my eyes out for you guys. That is all I have for Day of Nightmares. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I did. I'm very excited. Tell me your thoughts on what cards excite you the most. What are your theories on new heroes coming up, if any? And just let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys days. Or, well, maybe, because I'm going to upload tomorrow. But I'll see you guys around. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw here, please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, good game.